Hey, Sagittarius, intuitive soul coach here with your November 2022 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Sag and take a look at all things related to career, finances, abundance, wealth, and income. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. Okay, so in the area here of the recent past, we do have the spiral card, and this can talk about you feeling a little bit out of control with your finances. So this could be something that had happened for you 5 years ago that may still be affecting your financial state. Perhaps you are an entrepreneur and you're climbing the ladder. You're figuring out ways to bring in additional income. Some of you regenerative income. A lot of you may be going towards that upward trend. You're coming out of a situation that was spiraling out of control. You can see that the spiral starts at the very middle and it tends to go outward here. So I do feel like you may be revisiting a job, revisiting an idea that you've had here. This could be about going in for a promotion or connecting. There is a networking type of energy that comes from this spiral where you may be connecting with someone that you'd once worked with, and they may say, well, we have a position opening up in this department and I always knew that you wanted to work in that department. This could be an email or a call from an old boss saying, we've opened up a location here, would you be willing or interested? So some of you certainly could be revisiting a past job. Some of you, this is a creative idea that maybe you've put on the back burner. For others of you, this is finally climbing up out of a hole that you were in, because we have the anchor card showing up. Now, the fact that this is in the present energy, I do feel like you are moving forward. This can be about overcoming money blocks here. Some of you are picking up this anchor that you felt stuck in for quite some time and moving forward financially, so you can get to a place where you do feel financially sound. Some of you, this certainly could be water related. Some of you may have, you may be saving for your retirement, for a home near the water, or for a vacation, or for some sort of a trip for you or your family that you would like to take in the future. You may even be taking a trip. It could be a business trip. It certainly could be working from an area that is near the water or anywhere in the world, but there is stability coming in here for you, Sagittarius. So this is really good, because you're finally lifting that anchor up after a time of feeling a little bit out of control with your finances here. So what we have in the near future is the book. This is one of my personal favorites because it's about learning as you go, and we all learn through experiences. Now, there could be some sort of a contract showing up here for you. It could be a legal contract. It could be even a book contract, a contract with a new company. Some of you may be signing a contract within your own company for maybe a loan, an advancement, or you may be editing or updating some of your paperwork if you are a business owner as well. So this is a really wonderful card for writing, taking classes, education, law, learning something new. And I feel like a lot of you are either gaining a certification, you are focusing on a self-help book, or you're taking an online course. You may be working with a business coach, a mentor, a guide, a psychic, someone who can really help you move forward when it does come to your business and your ideas as well, how to manifest, because you can see the magic emanating from this book. Some of you have really great ideas and you're thinking about writing them down. You may be thinking about speaking them into your world, maybe even sharing your story with another person. And I feel like there's a contract coming in that is very vital to your growth. Now, this could even be a real estate contract. It could be, again, a business contract, or even some sort of legal paperwork that's going to help you get unstuck. All right, let's dive into your energy, Sag, and take a look at what the heart of the matter is for you for November 2022. What do we have for Sagittarius? They are giving me a name right away here. Francine, or it could be even Francis or Franny, if that is your name, if it is someone you're working with, or maybe it's a loved one who's crossed over, is trying to connect and let you know that everything is going to be okay, especially because your main energy here is the Emperor. And this is a really powerful card to get right off the bat here. This Aries energy is all about stability. And you have stability showing up here with this anchor card. You may feel stable for now, but you are looking for additional ways, magical ways to create more abundance in your life. And this Emperor says, not only do you have the intelligence, but you have the magic to make this happen as well. The skills, the talents, the gifts. For some of you, this is about hearing from someone of higher up. This could be a boss, a business owner. It could be hearing from a larger corporation or establishment that you've been waiting to hear back from in regards to your career or money. So when this Emperor shows up, this is some real big boss energy here. And your focus is on building a solid foundation for yourself. This Emperor is a leader. He's very powerful. In this deck here, I really love that mostly every single reading that I've done for career this month, in this deck, the Tarot of the Mystical Moments, Catrin, Welz-Stein, she's actually created a feminine version of all of the kings, including the Emperor here. And you've received the feminine version. And I feel for you, this is about receptivity. This is about finally allowing that king-like energy to become not just abundant, but to receive as well. So there is a very magical twist showing up in November for a lot of you that are looking to grow your career. When this Emperor shows up for you in this feminine power, I feel like this is also about you really learning to question what is in my best interest, what can help me grow, how can I take a creative approach instead of maybe you've been dealing with people who've taken dominant approaches. They've been very powerful, but also haven't let their intuition in. And I feel like that's what you're doing here, is you are being guided by your intuition. And you can see that there's a lot of little people working below him. And it doesn't mean that anybody is above or below, but I do feel like you have help, even if you can't see it. And that's the energy that I feel here for you. You can see that they hold the string. He's holding the strings, but he has a lot of help, a lot of support. And I feel like you have a lot of help and support coming in, especially with this spiral showing up in the past. Spirit is putting the right people in front of you during this time to grow, and for you to maybe catch some creative ideas, bounce some ideas and stories off of each other to help you have an aha moment, a breakthrough. Let's take a look and clarify this Emperor for you, Sag. What do we have for Sagittarius? Some of you are going to feel like you're bossing up because you're going to get that raise that you asked for. You're going to get that job that you apply for, or you're going to have a business idea that you're feeling so motivated about that you can't help but succeed because everybody feels that energy emanating from you here. But you may have had to let go of some sort of a belief or some sort of a job. There was an ending here, or there will be an ending to a cycle. When this Ten of Swords shows up, this could be mental conflict, because swords oftentimes does represent the mental. It can be about communication. It can be about obstacles, decisions, and power. So I feel like if you've been stuck, which it certainly shows here with this Anchor card, you're putting an end to this feeling of lack of or things not happening. You're putting an end to the challenge here because you're finally in that position where you're able to either hear from someone again of higher up, or you're able to be that yourself. So this is really great. Let's see what may be crossing your energy, Sagittarius, and how we can help you navigate through it. What's crossing your energy? All right, so what we have here is the High Priestess. We were just talking about this. So we're actually going to, Spirit saying, use this as your foundation here. So this card is going to be the challenge. And like I said, you have the gifts, the skills, and the talents, more so than you realize. But the challenge for you is to pay attention to your intuition, because other people around you may have hidden agendas, or they may be at times manipulative. When this high priestess shows up, your challenge is to trust your own gut and your own intuition. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. But if something seems a little bit questionable, learn to question. That's the energy that I feel here. Speak up for yourself. If you have an interview showing up, or if you have a very big contract that you are making or creating this month, make sure you read that fine print and ask questions. They're just giving me asking is going to be your friend here. You may already know the answer, but it's important for you to kind of get it out. Some of you get it in writing is what I'm hearing here with this book card, because you do have the writing, you do have law. So there could be an opportunity coming up where it is, again, very important for you to get something down in writing so you don't get stuck in a situation down the road. Also, listen to that intuition. Let's take a look and clarify the high priestess showing up as your challenge. The Eight of Wands, yeah. Once you're able to question and there's clarity behind some sort of choice or decision that will be made here for you in the month of November, it's going to allow you to move forward freely. You have the Eight of Wands. I like to think of this as the Chariot's little sister. The Eight of Wands is about speed, action, velocity. For some of you, there could be travel arrangements. There could be a relocation. This can be about messages coming in for you. Trust your intuition and ask. If you're unsure, ask, because you want to clear up any miscommunication between you and another company, between you and another person, or between you and the universe by getting clear on what it is that you really want on that soul level. So overall here, Sag, I feel like your challenge isn't really even a challenge because it's coming from a place within. You already know what to do. It's just about speaking up. So what do we have below you? What's the foundation upon which you're built? Knight of Swords energy. You are a go-getter. This is an energy of, at times, impulsivity. This can be about quickly getting things done. When we have the Knight of Swords show up, this is all about you feeling very passionate about what it is that you desire, what it is that you want to speak, say, or get off your mind here. When this Knight of Swords shows up, this is you rushing towards what you believe is important. This is about you being confident, you being assertive, and you being direct. So you have it within you to speak up. Because when this high priestess shows up, sometimes she just sits behind that curtain and she uses all of her senses to watch the story unfold. And yes, there is a time to do that, but it may be a time for you to, some of you may be just waiting to hear from this emperor, but I do feel like it may be in your nature, it may be in your makeup to speak up when things aren't going the right way, or maybe things are questionable, or you believe you want to fight for a very important cause here. At this time too, even though I feel like it's very important to speak up, use your intuition. You'll know when the right time to say something and when the right time to kind of hold back is. If somebody is not trustworthy, you'll know. And I feel like those of you, they're giving me a B, a strong B name as well. There could be a B around you. Whether it's in a first name or a last name, maybe it's the name of the company that you may not be fully trusting. Go off of that instinct here. Now let's take a look and see what's going on in the past that may still be affecting your present energy. What do we have in the past for Sag? Okay. How would you like? Thank you. Okay. I didn't even see this one. They pretty much fell out the exact way that they want to go. I didn't even see this one. I'm excited to share with you. But we have the Page of Wands now. So you have a lot of actual people showing up here. So this is a month, like I said in the beginning, for networking, communicating, reaching out. There's a lot of could be new faces, it could be old faces that are coming in to help you, but some you may need to really let go of and release. And that may be what that Ten of Swords is all about. Letting go of an old way of thinking, an old job, an old person. Some of you are done with this energy for good, and it's something you're not going to go back to. Page of Wands energy. This is about you staying curious about your options. Page of Wands says you're excited. You want to move forward in a new direction. Maybe you've put out that resume. Maybe you talked to your boss. Perhaps you've created new ideas and invented new things within your own business here. This is about you staying inquisitive, staying curious, staying enthusiastic about your plans. But this is also a beginner's mindset. This can be at times a very, very important opportunity for growth. But there was unpredictability with this spiral card showing up for you. So you were not sure if this new beginning was going to be pulled out from underneath you, if you would get it, or if there was going to be a callback or a message coming in here. But I really feel with this energy, what it's saying, Sagittarius, is stay open. This is your energy with this beautiful wand showing up here for you. And you have that in the future as well. And I just feel for you, this is you staying open, staying curious, and not letting the past close you down to new opportunities coming your way, because some of you may tend to do that at times. You may close down. That's what this high priestess, sometimes she doesn't always trust her intuition. She just closes down. And the challenge for you is to stay open. Open yourself back up, connect, whether it's connecting to your higher self and your spirit, or it's you connecting with other people as well, getting up in that energy of finally moving forward after a time of, again, maybe shut down, stuck, feeling anchored, or feeling out of control. Now, what do we have coming in for you, Sag? We have you working your tail off. You do have the 10 of Wands. The good news with the 10 of Wands is 10s bring in endings that lead to new beginnings. You have double 10s with that 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands here. So when this shows up, you may be taking on a lot of responsibilities at this time, but I feel like you're only hustling to create a better life for yourself. Some of you may be carrying a lot. You may be shouldering a lot. If you can, try to delegate what you can and prioritize as well. You may not be utilizing the time that you have efficiently. So it may be very important to look at your calendar or look at your schedule and say, okay, where can I prioritize? Where can I make more space for some meditation or some downtime? Or where can I really be most productive? Some of you know that you're more productive in the morning or in the afternoon or maybe later at night. Use the hours that you are most productive to really capitalize and grow off of your ideas, your business, your growth when it comes to your career. The 10 of Wands, though, I feel like you are coming close to a breakthrough moment. You may start to hit a glass ceiling. Some of you have already hit that glass ceiling with the spiral, and now you're ready to move to that next level or that next chapter, but you must release that 10 of Swords. It could be the mental stress, the mental energy. Let's take a look and clarify. The 10 of Wands. Yeah, there it is. There's that Fool. That's what you are heading towards, is a brand new beginning. So again, you will be releasing that mental block and physical burdens that you carry as well. Some of you hold a lot of tension in the shoulder blades, even the arm area and the neck and the lower back. It could be all over. I just heard someone say it's my entire back. Remember, back is all about support, and that lower back is about financial support. Mid back can be about emotional support, and the upper back is about carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And sometimes when we carry so much, it can affect our entire back. But if you have specific areas of your back that affect more of you, take a look at what I just said. Because it may align with you feeling financially supported, emotionally, or just feeling the heaviness of everything going on. So we have the 6 of Pentacles as well, a gift from the universe. This is a gift that you, I feel, not just are collaborating with the universe, but you have worked for. You've earned this. You deserve this new beginning. And that's what's showing up for you, because what we have in the near future is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is someone who takes action, someone who's a go-getter. Remember, in your foundation, you have the Knight of Swords. So you are a warrior. You are determined, Sagittarius, to get something done. But now it says you actually have what it takes to jump through these hoops here, to be able to go in a direction that feeds your soul, that fuels that passion, that is something that really excites you and you're interested in. So I love this showing up for you, because if you've been wanting something really, really, really bad, this Knight of Wands says that you are getting things done. You're instinctual as well, and you are excited about this brave new adventure, and you're actually stepping into your power. Not just stepping, but flying through this ring of fire into your power, because this is you, Wands. You're being very creative as well. I feel like you're taking a new creative approach, and your instincts are leading the way as well. So this is good. I feel like not only are your instincts, but you are chasing those dreams. You are listening to the signs and you're paying attention, which is good because it may have been a challenge at the beginning of the month to fully embrace that intuitive side, but your instincts are leading. You're listening to your intuition and you're following your heart as well. So when there's a combination of the three, that's when you really get fired up for something here. So let's take a look and clarify what this is. Knight of Wands. And you can see here that this Knight of Wands is shooting outward towards your future. So you are chasing some sort of dream. I feel like you finally have got the go ahead and you're feeling like a boss this month. You have the Ace of Pentacles. There's a new job, a new location, a new home, a new opportunity coming up in the physical world. One that may have passed you by, one that may have left you disappointed in the past is coming back around here and offering you a new beginning. You have the Five of Cups partnered with that Ace of Pentacles. So when the Five of Cups rolls around, it says, yes, there was a need for disappointment here in the past. You were depressed over not getting that brand new opportunity that you wanted, that Fool, right? But the good news is something better was awaiting, and something I feel financially better for you as well. Whether you didn't get the home that you wanted or the vehicle or the job, or maybe that idea didn't work out in your business. But now this Ace of Pentacles is all about a new beginning in the material world. And this is about finances and material gain, prosperity. You're also feeling better on a health level as well because there was something stressing you out. It may still be stressing you out, Sagittarius, but the good news is when this shows up, this can be about physical, financial, and health. And I feel like you are finally moving in a new direction that's not as stressful and demanding because you do have the Sword showing up here, which, yes, is a go-getter type of energy. But you're not going to let the emotions get in the way of holding you back any longer. And some of you may have let the emotions affect your career. Now, emotions are good. They absolutely are, but they have a time and place. And some of you, there may have been an emotional outburst regarding your career, whether it was with someone or whether you released in private. But I do feel that there's a time and a place, and you're not letting, again, emotions step in the way of what it is that you desire. Is it good to chase your dreams, follow your heart, and lead with the heart? Absolutely, but also instinctual behaviors and trusting your intuition and your logical mind are key as well. So finding that balance, but remembering that there is a place and a time for those emotions to really step in here. You wouldn't want to go to an interview and, start crying because you're nervous, or you wouldn't want to let your emotions get the best of you by getting super, super angry at the person who told you that you weren't able to do this job effectively. So yes, there's a time and a place for emotions. And the Five of Cups says you're leaving the emotions at the door and you are stepping into this new beginning. Powerful. Now let's take a look here and see what you're telling yourself, Sag. What are you feeling? What is your energy telling you in the month of November? This is all about you. King of Swords energy. I love this. This is Gemini, Aquarius, Libran energy, but mostly Gemini here. You may have air in your chart. This is saying just what I told you about the feelings. This is about leaving the feelings at the door and cutting through the barriers by using your logical mind. And remember also what I said earlier about all of the kings and the emperors, the emperor in this deck being a feminine version as well. You did receive the feminine version of the King of Swords. So it doesn't matter if you're female or male, but I feel like you're finally receptive. You're finally open to a lot of these wonderful new things. They're coming towards you and you're chasing them. And it's like you're meeting in the middle. So not only are you seeing the opportunities and the plethora of different things coming your way, and you're almost taken back with, wow, it's happening all at once. I've been waiting 10 months to get a job, and then all of a sudden there's 3 of them coming at me. Or I've been waiting 3 years to find a home, and then 4 of them open up. And it's like that when you start to show that it's almost like when you don't put all of your emphasis on a certain thing, but you're ready to open up, that's when it comes at you. And the King of Swords is a very powerful energy because they are clever. The King of Swords is very knowledgeable, very experienced, and they don't let BS get in their way. They can also deal with legal issues, legalities. They could be a lawyer, a representative. They could be an advisor, but they choose to get their answers from their head, not their hearts. And I feel like, yes, you may be chasing your dreams, chasing your bliss, but you're not letting any emotions steer you down a path of destruction. Let's take a look and clarify this King of Swords. You're feeling good about where you're going here. Yeah, new opportunity showing up. Four of Cups. You're not bored any longer. You're taking charge. And maybe for some reason, you have that Five of Cups showing up here. There may have been an opportunity that passed you by in the past because you were letting your emotions, maybe your anger, maybe your depression, maybe your bitterness get in the way of seeing what you had right here. And there's the Cup. But he can't see that because he is feeling a little bit sorry for himself, or he may be feeling like things are never going to turn around. He won't get that job, or he's feeling bored or even frustrated with the situation at hand. But now you're saying, you know what? I'm not being bored. I'm not getting frustrated any longer. I am going to use my head. I am going to say, wow, you know what? I'm going to go and search. And then, whoa, I don't even have to search far because it's meeting me halfway. It was already there all along. So yes, and also in the background, you can see all of the books here. So he has a lot of experience. He has a lot of wisdom, but he's not letting a situation hold him back. He's not crying over spilt milk. So let's see what's going on in your environment. What is going on in your environment, your surroundings, your external world? Two of Swords, decisions. There's a decision here that you will need to make. So it's very important that you're not too indecisive. Don't lie to yourself. Don't ignore a situation. When the Two of Swords shows up, this is about you feeling at a crossroads and having, at times, not feeling like you have enough data or clarity to move forward here, but really you do. You have what it takes, and that's part of the challenge. Trust your intuition to lead you forward. If you have two job opportunities coming towards you, what do you feel is the best for you? Trust not only your instincts, but your intuition. Some of you may be choosing a certain path because maybe it pays more, maybe it has better incentives, maybe it has better resources available to you in the long run as well. There could be better benefits. But for others of you as well, you're taking a look at the mental health and even the location as well. Is this going to be stressful and demanding? I feel like you're getting clear about your expectations. And that is you being able to choose from a place of logic, but yet also instincts and emotion, but keeping the emotions at bay and kind of meeting in the middle here. That's what I feel for you. Let's take a look at this choice or decision. It could also be someone else making a choice for you. So that could be that Emperor showing up saying, okay, yeah, we do want to hire Sagittarius. They do look like they would work well with our company. There it is, strength. You have the strength and the determination to make decisions that are in your highest good. Some of you have made decisions in the past that haven't affected you well financially, and you may not trust your decisions. But Spirit is saying here that you have more than enough willpower. You have more than enough strength and determination, but most importantly, you're stronger than you think, Sagittarius. So you have what it takes to make a decision that's going to impact you fully. You have the books, the paperwork as well. If you're writing a book or you are on some sort of creative path here, I feel like setting yourself up for goals, self-control could be something you're looking at as well, and determination to get something completed or to finish as well. You have the Knight of Wands, so I'm not worried. I feel like you'll be able to definitely make that decision and complete something as well. So let's take a look and see what your hopes and fears are. Okay, that's too many. We're just going to pull the one that flipped out upwards here. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to be resourceful. You want to be abundant. When this Queen of Pentacles shows up as your hopes, you want to enjoy the physical pleasures and beauty of the hard work that you've put into things here. You want to be able to have the luxuries and enjoy them. You want to have a nice home and a vehicle and travel and enjoy time with your family. But most importantly here, you see the bunnies, the rabbits at the bottom. Bunnies and rabbits represent growth and fertility. You want to be able to continue growing. Who doesn't, right? I don't think I've ever met a human that says, okay, I feel like I'm done growing. You know, everyone wants to grow, and not just grow in a spiritual sense, but grow in a financial sense. You want to have enough money to pay the bills. You want to have enough money to take care of your needs and your wants. I mean, yes, you can live on little, you can live and barely make ends meet, but it's always nice to have a little bit more for luxuries, and that's your hope. The fear is, what if I'm bad with money? What if I smother a situation? What if I'm not good enough? What if this doesn't grow? What if it's not nurturing to me? Let go of the what ifs. Give fear a backseat to your life and take control of your own destiny here. And like I've been saying here, fear, false evidence appearing real. At times, it's very important to have that fear in our lives, because that can help us steer clear of danger, right? It can help us make decisions at times when we really need to, but it's not the driving force of our life. And I feel like if you let fear control your every move, that's what's going to keep you stuck when it comes to growing. Let's take a look at your final outcome. What's the final outcome for Sagittarius? What do we have here for Sag? Career, November 2022. All right. I just heard someone maybe needing a new pen. You may have just been writing and the ink went out on your pen, or you may have had an ink spot, or you may have gotten ink on your hands. There's something with ink as well, and it makes sense if that's not you, where it's physical ink. It could be represented within this book energy, writing. It could be symbolic for ink on pages, for something sticking, for you heading towards a permanent position for some of you, because ink can be permanent. This could also be about writing and classes showing up as well. What's the final outcome? We have the Three of Swords, but it is in reverse. And even though I read intuitively, I feel like even though the disappointments have happened in your past, you're clearing up communication. You're healing from a situation here. You're healing from your financial loss or feeling out of control. You have new ideas showing up here. There are new opportunities for you. So when this Three of Swords shows up, I'm not worried here about this for you. I feel like it's something you're letting go of, because you've carried a lot of pain with you, but you're moving forward. All of your surrounding cards here, you have double Knights energy, you have the Emperor, you have the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have so many people around you. And I feel like what I'm actually getting intuitively is you may actually feel good about your decision, but at the same time, there's a bittersweet energy coming in where someone may be upset or sad that they didn't get you, or that you're not coming on board with their company, or you may be walking away from a situation and it may be a little bit bittersweet with that Ten of Swords showing up. There may have been an ending for you that maybe it's hurt a little bit. Maybe you thought that these people were like your family. Perhaps that you thought that you would be in this company for quite some time. But I feel like there's a shattering of your belief system here that is allowing you to move forward in a new direction. And it may cause you needing to break wide open to fully be able to grow and expand in this direction that you really wanted to go. So let's take a look and clarify this Three of Swords. Spirit, what do we have? Okay, Spirit's saying go from this deck, which is interesting because this isn't my clarifying deck. But let's see what else is coming with this Three of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's clarify. Or partner. They're giving me partner. There it is. The World. There's an ending coming to this pain. This makes complete sense. So, yeah, the World card is about an ending. It's about completion, accomplishment, a cycle coming to a wrap up here. So what is it that's wrapping up? Just as I was feeling intuitively, the hard times. If you've struggled financially, if you have been through a lot, if there was a job loss, an ending, a foreclosure, if you'd lost a court case, or you've been treated unfairly, or if some of you went out of control in a situation, or felt like a work environment was out of control, there's an ending to that pain. And when this world shows up, you will celebrate. There will be rewards. There will be success from here on out. Remember, you have that Fool card showing up. You're still kind of walking in this energy. You still may be feeling the effects of this, but I feel in November it's coming to an end because of these new opportunities presented to you. So I'm glad we cleared that up here, because I know a lot of you see that Three of Swords and you're like, oh, it was going so good, but, right? But the Three of Swords here partnered with that World is saying financial distress, pain, disappointment, bitterness, anger. Remember all those feelings that I said you have a place and a time for? You're not letting them get in the way of your success. And if anything, you may be using that pain in a positive channeled energy towards your success. You may be working, I mean, some of you, there could have been pain in a personal situation that may have affected your life. You may have had to put your career on hold for a bit, for whatever that was, but I feel like you're getting back on track here. Powerful energy. I'm actually going to get a card from the Work Your Light, just because we do have that Three of Swords. And this is a new deck here I really love. It has a lot of very powerful energy, a lot of channeled energy. If any of you are interested in the decks that you see showing up here or any above, you can find them in the description box below. Okay, it says here, no. And you can see that there's storm clouds. So I feel like Spirit is saying you have a choice to make. And you may be heading towards a storm, or you could be heading towards the clearing. And it says wait, postpone, pause, or say no. And this makes sense because you have that Two of Swords. You have a decision to make. Some of you know that you're trusting that if you say no to this opportunity, that something better may come up. Or you may be pausing, walking away, or saying no from a situation that you know is going to be detrimental to your finances here. So whatever this is, trust that your intuition is going to guide you away from this tower energy, or this this storm, this rockiness. Wait, postpone, pause, and say no. And that way you can wrap up a cycle and head towards a new beginning. All right, we're going to get a message here from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I will read to you the prosperity message from the guidebook. What do we have here for Sagittarius, November 2022? They're giving me very interesting, especially because I haven't done the yearly 2023 readings. Those will come out in December, but I'm feeling what I just heard is by 2023, November of 2023. So this next cycle for you, Sagittarius, and now some of you may even have birthdays. Happy birthday. Some of you are making a very important life decision to walk away. It could even be to retire. It could be to go in this new direction, to relocate, to buy the home, whatever it is for you. But I feel by November 2023, the energy is going to be completely different from where it is this month. Whatever goals you're setting out in lieu of your birthday, or in lieu of whatever you've set out for yourself here, you're wrapping it up and you're heading towards a life where you're not feeling alone. Because right now you may be feeling a little bit isolated at times. You may be feeling orphans with this orphan card showing up. It's card 5, and 5s are all about change. They can be about uncertainty. It is about finding solutions to the problems or challenges that you faced when it does come to your career or for towards your money. Now, when this shows up, this can be about a sense of loss, which you do see with that Three of Swords. This is about an identity crisis. For some of you, it can be about recognizing that at times, maybe you're not feeling like you fit in. Maybe you're feeling uncertain about your place in the world when it comes to your finances and your money. But the prosperity message is this. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something that you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you'll experience prosperity. Okay, I'm going to read to you as well, Sag, the protection message. For some of you that may be having a hard time getting out of this financial distress, you have good things coming in here for you. I do want to let you know that, but I am going to read to you the protection message as well. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because it could be too threatening to connect. It also warns against creating inappropriate structures to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Whoa, that's literally this energy showing up here. You will not be, I'm going to just read that again here. Let's see, where is it at? You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself whole. Now you have this world showing up here again. The point is for you to, again, claim yourself as whole, not hurt, not a victim, not that life is happening to you, but it's happening for you. It says here, it's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision. You will not be abandoned. Not all relationships, not all career paths, not all people are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize the patterns and choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. Yeah, very powerful energy here. But I feel like that sentence was vital to your outcome here. Claim yourself as whole. That's what you're doing, especially this next cycle of your life. Some of you have hit a very important age. Maybe it has to do with the number 5. You may have a 5, whether it's 25, 45, 65. For others of you, there may even be a 3. Or a 21 showing up here. 2 and 1 equals 3, but you also have the 3 of swords. So there could be a 3 or 5 or 3 or 21. Okay, let's take a look here and get a message from your animal guides. And at this time, Sag, I just ask that you close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And tune into that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps it's an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that you have at home. There is no right or wrong answer, Sagittarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is post your comment, your power animal, in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the 1st of each month. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you are notified. All right, let's get your animal messages. We have Mouse Spirit. It says, tend to the small stuff. It's time for you to, yes, take a look, like I said, the small or the fine print in your life. Whether it is the small stuff that maybe you haven't quite looked into, it could be grounding your energy, taking a look at paperwork, getting organized, getting your schedule aligned or in order, setting new goals for your career, setting a budget for you as well. Tending to the small things. Some of you may feel small, some of you may feel insignificant, but know that big things are changing and happening for you. It's also that 4 energy, and that's what you show up in with this Emperor. So there is a moment here where you're going to take this new opportunity to bring a new solid foundation to your life. So there's a new beginning, a new chapter, a door closing. You're shutting the door to the past here, whatever has happened, and you are moving forward logically and determined. one small step at a time. We have the parrot spirit, which says watch your words, because your words create your reality. Make sure that if other people are short with you, or they are angry or bitter, that it's a reflection of their own self. Their own projections are really sometimes have nothing to do with you. It's about them. And make sure that you are keeping your words kind and compassionate and also clear and to the point, I'm hearing as well, with that King of Swords. But the King of Swords at times can be a little bit blunt. They can come off as too much, too sharp. They can come across as overconfident at times as well. So make sure that you are coming off as authentic, okay? Next, we have Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Know that there is a plan coming in here for you. Something that your soul knew all along, all through these challenges, all through the financial distress, the ups and downs, the pain, the heavy burdens that you've carried. But the good news is there's a new beginning coming in, and your wishes of abundance and enjoying that luxurious life are manifesting here. But you must make this decision for you. Lastly, Turkey Spirit. And for those of you that do celebrate the turkey season in November, it may be a very beautiful time to take a look at all of the gratitude in your life. It's a time for you to just pause, reflect, and know that you are loved, you are abundant, and you are not alone. Even if some of you are saying, well, I'm going to spend Thanksgiving on my own, or, I am felt abandoned or left behind and I don't have anything to be grateful for. Remember that Four of Cups energy that I was showing you, that 4 and the 5 of Cups that showed up here, that cup that was behind him. It is about you being grateful for all that you have, and you may just see that there is a beautiful opportunity that you couldn't quite see because your head was pointing down. And stay in that energy of abundance and gratitude, Sagittarius, because you have so many blessings and there is so much wonderful and good news, I feel, coming your way. So the first half of the month for you, especially the first 5 days, first 5 to 8 days, I'm hearing, you may still be in the effects of searching, learning, waiting, feeling a little bit stuck. But I do sense that towards the third week of the month and beyond, even into, the next year phase for you, there's going to be a completion, a cycle of goodness, new opportunities for you. And you're going to be happy that something happened the way that it did. Even if it was less than ideal, you're going to shift that mindset and you're going to say, that was the best thing that could have happened. You're going to see the silver lining in a situation. Now, last but not least, we're going to get a message from the crystal spirits, and we're going to see which crystal, gemstone, mineral, or fossil that you can work with in the month of November, beautiful, to help you towards prosperity. We have the sunstone, and it's double 5. So again, you have a lot of 5 showing up. I've been seeing that parallel in a lot of the readings. If you tend to watch your rising sign or your moon reading, you may find that in other of the readings for career November, these numbers have been matching here, or they have matched. So I'm going to read to you the prosperity message from the guidebook before we wrap up your reading here. And this is all about freedom, breaking through obstacles, the power to overcome limitations, and knowing that you can do it. Yes, the prosperity message is this. You are at liberty to make any number of decisions about how to interact with the flow of abundance. Does that make you nervous, or are you excited? It's okay to be a little bit of both, but be sure to embrace your freedom of choice, knowing that Sunstone Spirit is bolstering your ability to decide what you want. Advice from others can be helpful, but you have to listen to your heart and check in with your values before making your own decisions. You no longer have to feel bound by the old stories rooted in scarcity thinking. So believe in the universal flow of abundance and enjoy the freedom to choose how you will interact with this. You've got this. I love this. This is about releasing our old emotions. And that's what it says here. Release your old emotions, be strong, and own your leadership qualities, which do not arise of a place of ego, but from a place of inspired leadership. Yeah, that strength. You have that strength card showing up. This is about inspire leadership for the highest good of all. So Sunstone teaches us to shine authentically and without fear. So like I said here in the beginning, or maybe it was in the middle, Fear can be important in your life at times, but don't let it steer the ship. Give it a back seat and say, I have what it takes. I have and trust the choices that I make. You have free will. You have free will to not let the emotions overrule and for you to use that logical mind moving forward. Very powerful. I love how all of these cards, even though they're each and every one of them are from a completely different deck, they all blend beautifully together. And I want you, Sagittarius, to know that that's how your life works as well. Even if it's a challenge, even if it's a person who drives you insane, even if you have lack of over here, it all is working together here. And it's also that law of attraction. What you think about, you bring about. So change the way that you feel on the inside so that it reflects in your outer world. So that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I certainly hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment your power animals in the comment box below. Hit that subscribe and bell button, and I am sending all of you beautiful Sagittarians tons and tons of love, light, and abundance. Thanks so much for tuning in.